The Computerized Adaptive Skills Test, or CAST, administered by the Edison Electric Institute is a specific assessment designed to measure abilities relevant to job performance as a lineman. These abilities fall into several categories, including cognitive, technical, and other abilities such as physical fitness and work environment tolerance. Firstly, let's discuss the cognitive abilities assessed. One key area is mechanical reasoning. This evaluates understanding how mechanical components operate and interact. Another cognitive ability tested is spatial visualization. This is the ability to visualize and manipulate objects in three-dimensional space. Perception speed is also measured, assessing how quickly and accurately one can identify visual information. Problem-solving skills are evaluated, focusing on analyzing information and developing effective solutions. A basic knowledge of mathematics and science concepts is also assessed. Secondly, technical abilities are examined. This includes electrical theory, which evaluates basic understanding of electricity, circuits, and electrical equipment. Tool knowledge is also tested, assessing familiarity with the tools and equipment used by linemen. Additionally, climbing skills are assessed, measuring proficiency in climbing and working on utility poles. Thirdly, other abilities are evaluated. Physical fitness is assessed, looking at the ability to perform strenuous physical tasks associated with lineman work. Work environment tolerance is also considered, assessing tolerance for working in high elevations, inclement weather, and potentially hazardous conditions. The CAST test is a computer-based assessment delivered via a secure online platform. It consists of a series of adaptive questions that adjust in difficulty based on the test taker's performance. The total testing time is approximately 3 hours. The CAST test is used by Edison Electric Institute member companies to screen and select potential candidates for line worker positions. It helps to identify individuals who have the necessary cognitive, technical, and physical abilities to perform effectively in the role. The abilities that are looked for in the CAST test can be looked into more detail. Mechanical reasoning can include questions relating to simple machines such as pullers, levers, gears, and springs. These questions could show a diagram of a system and ask the test taker to determine the direction of rotation, the force required to lift an object, or the speed of the gear. Spatial visualization will require the test taker to mentally manipulate 2- or 3-dimensional objects. The questions could ask the test taker to rotate, fold, or disassemble shapes and choose from the answer options the correct orientation. Perception speed questions ask the test taker to quickly compare 2 or more images and find the difference. These can include finding matching symbols or identifying a flaw in a diagram. Problem-solving questions often use word problems or require the test taker to interpret data from graphs and charts. Math and science knowledge will test basic algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and physics concepts. The electrical theory section will cover Ohm's law, series and parallel circuits, and the properties of alternating current and direct current. Tool knowledge could include questions identifying different types of tools, their function, and how to use them safely. The climbing skills section could ask questions about proper climbing techniques, safety procedures, and the types of equipment used for climbing poles. Physical fitness questions may ask about the strength and endurance required for various lineman tasks such as lifting heavy equipment, climbing poles, and working in confined spaces. The questions related to the tolerance of work environments will focus on the ability to work in conditions that include heights, extreme weather, and potential exposure to electrical hazards. The questions could describe a scenario and ask the test taker to choose the most appropriate course of action. The adaptive nature of the test will adjust the difficulty of the questions based on the test taker's performance. This means that if the test taker answers a question correctly, the next question will be more difficult, and if the test taker answers a question incorrectly, the next question will be easier. This helps to ensure that the test accurately measures the test taker's abilities. Preparation for the CAST test is important to increase the chance of success. Firstly, review math and science concepts including algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and physics. Secondly, practice mechanical reasoning questions. Practice visualizing 3-dimensional objects. Thirdly, become familiar with electrical theory concepts such as Ohm's law, series and parallel circuits, alternating current and direct current. Fourthly, study the tools and equipment used by linemen and their proper usage. Fifthly, understand the safety procedures for climbing and working on utility poles. Lastly, practice taking computer-based tests to improve speed and accuracy. Many resources are available to help potential linemen study for the CAST test. These include online courses, practice tests, and study guides. The Edison Electric Institute also offers a preparation guide for the CAST test. The preparation guide includes sample questions and test-taking tips. Taking the time to prepare for the CAST test can increase your chances of success and help you land a job as a lineman. Keep in mind that the job of a lineman can be physically demanding and dangerous. It is important to be in good physical condition and to be able to work safely in a variety of conditions. The ability to perform strenuous physical tasks such as lifting heavy equipment, climbing poles, and working in confined spaces is important. The lineman may also need to work in extreme weather conditions such as heat, cold, rain, and snow. There may also be potential exposure to electrical hazards. These hazards can include electric shock, burns, and falls. It is important to be aware of these hazards and to take the necessary precautions to avoid them. Linemen must be able to work independently and as part of a team. They must also be able to communicate effectively with others. Linemen may be required to work long hours and be on call in case of emergencies. It is important to be prepared for these demands before starting a career as a lineman. A career as a lineman can be both challenging and rewarding. Linemen play a vital role in keeping the lights on and the power flowing. They are essential to the functioning of our modern society. If you are looking for a career that is both physically and mentally challenging, a career as a lineman may be a good fit for you.